Hello everyone, welcome back to Atreyu Crochet. I do know that it has been a while and I apologize for my absence. I've been so crazy busy. I hate saying that, but it is the truth and it's the only reason that I have not presented you guys with a video. To be quite honest, I'm still very busy, but I'm like, I have to post something, especially for all of the wonderful subscribers that I have on this channel. Thank you to all the new subscribers who are still coming in, even though I haven't posted a video in several weeks now. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways to change colors when crocheting. I'm going to be starting out with the first way that I learned as a novice crocheter, and it kind of requires a little finesse, but hey, you use what you got, right? So I'll show you the first way I learned, and then the second way is one that I picked up along the way, and the third way is probably the most recent way that I learned. So just get, 3 different colors of yarn, or actually 2 different colors. You don't really need 3. I'm going to use 3 in this video, but as long as you have 2 different colors, you can always alternate between the 2 to perfect each of these 3 ways. So with that said, let's get to it. Alright, so this part isn't showing you how to change colors, it's just showing you how to start a little swatch, okay? And you start with the slip knot. It's just going to be really little, so, you don't need much to show you how to change colors. Quite frankly, I could stop right now and change colors, but I'll be a little bit more involved than that. So let's see, how many have I crocheted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to be doing double crochets, so I'm going to count back 3. 1, 2, 3, the third chain from the hook, and I'm going to put a double crochet in there. You guys know that I usually like to get 2 loops on here, but I feel like the more common practice is to just go through 1 loop, so I'll do that for the purposes of this video, And to be honest, it's easier too. I just like the look that going through 2 loops gives to whatever project it is that I'm making. But admittedly, so going through 1 loop is easier. Alrighty, I'm just going to continue on with these. And I guess going through 1 loop has its own look, it's a nice little look too. I won't be too biased. It is definitely easier though. Okay, so let's see how many more. 1, 2 more double crochets, because I have 2 more chain stitches that I can go into. You guys all know how to make double crochets by now. If you don't, go back to the video where I demonstrate how to perform the double crochet. Okay, so now that I have this, I want to change color. So I'm going to take my white yarn now, and this is actually how I first learned how to crochet. So I would crochet to the point where I wanted to change colors, and then I would take my hook out, mark where this yarn is right now, stick my crochet hook there, because this is the double crochet before I make that last one, okay? And then I would take it out. Now, this would let me know that that's where I need to tie, roughly, that's where I need to tie the new color in. So this is the way I learned when I was, as I said, a novice crocheter. So take some scissors, cut my yarn. Now, I would tie this together. Just tie a little knot. like that. And now I would crochet that last double crochet again. So then I would crochet that last double crochet again and pray to the heavens above that the white would come through exactly where I wanted it. And it did usually, okay? Because I approximated it. And when I chose that part of the turquoise, like where I put my thumb to mark it, I took into consideration that I was going to be tying a knot, and I would be using some of the turquoise there. So now I would just continue on to the next row, chain 3, turn my work, and then crochet over those tails like so. Sorry. Just because you're an experienced crocheter doesn't mean that your yarn won't still get stuck on you. So just take it out and get it done right. I know it can be frustrating, but just do what you need to do. Alright, I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so as you see, I crocheted the first row in turquoise color. And then my second row is all white, and that was what I wanted. Now I want this third row, I want to change color so that it is royal blue. And I think this is a good place to show you the second way to change colors, okay? It doesn't require quite as much finesse. It doesn't require any approximating and taking out stitches and marking the yarn and cutting and stuff like that. So in a way it's a bit easier than the first way. But as I said, I was just starting out, and hey, that was what made sense to me. That was what I knew how to do, so I did it. Okay, so moving on to the second way, I'm going to take my new color like this. I'm going to wrap it around that finger like that. And then I'm going to hook it onto the crochet hook and pull it through. Now I'm going to pull on this tail a little bit, and I'm also going to pull on the yarn, the white yarn which I just dropped, so that that loop completely disappears. Now I'm going to pull this again because you saw that loop got bigger, so I'm going to tighten that again. Okay. And then I'm going to put this down, and now I'm going to tie a little knot with this tail and the white yarn that I just dropped. Okay. And I like to make a double knot there. One I'm sure is sufficient, but I like to do 2. Alrighty. So now I'm going to chain my 3 for the row in the new color, royal blue. Turn my work. And I'm going to crochet over the tail, this blue tail. But since the yarn is also continuing and I want to go back to white at some point, I'm also going to crochet over the white. So I'm going to lay them both on top of the row. And I'm just going to crochet double crochets as normal. So let me get my yarn situated. So I chained my 3. I yarned over. I find this first double crochet there, the row below. These 2 colors of yarn are they're laying on top of the stitches, and then I crochet over them like this. Okay. Now you see how that kind of buckles out a little bit? All you have to do is pull to kind of get it in there more, like that. And now you just crochet your double crochets for the row and royal blue as normal. Be sure to crochet over the yarn so you don't have to weave it in later. You could, weave it in later, in which case you don't have to crochet over it, but I think it's easier to just crochet over it while you're doing it. So I'm out of the blue now, but I'm going to continue to crochet over the white because that's going to be the color that I switch to. Next. And then here's that chain 3. I just go in that top chain of the chain 3. If I can get in there. There we go. Okay. And now we have our third color. Blue, royal blue on both sides. Okay. Alright, I'm going to switch back to the white now. And then I'm going to switch to the blue, this royal blue later. So the thing that I like about this second way of changing colors is that you don't have to cut your yarn if you don't want to. So here I want to switch back to the white, but say I'm going to use this royal blue again a little bit later. Well, remember for the second way, you just hook the new color, the color that's coming on, around your crochet hook and pull it through. And now you pull on the old color so that that loop disappears, and now you start your new color. So now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And that row is completely white. It starts out completely white. Notice that loop tried to get a little bit bigger, so I can always go back and pull on that blue there to kind of tighten it up. Turn this around. And I'm going to crochet over this royal blue so I don't have to cut it and then weave it in later. I like to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, don't forget. So this is another white row. Okay. Alright, so let's just continue this row. So I'm just continuing to crochet in white, double crochets, and I'm crocheting it over the blue yarn because I want to take that yarn with me since I'm going to switch back to it at some point. Two more double crochets to make. And then this last one, I'm going to go the top of the chain 3 there. Alright. Okay, so this is what we have. Turquoise, white, royal blue, white. And let's now switch back to royal blue. So we're still on the second way to change colors, okay? So just like before, I want to switch back to the royal blue. So I take the color that I want to use, the next color, which is this royal blue. I hook it on my crochet hook, I pull it through, and then I pull on the white yarn to make that loop as small as possible so that it appears to disappear, and then I start with the new color. And like I said, you can always go back and pull it tighter again. Okay, now let's turn everything around. Okay, and we're going to crochet over the white. Alright, so yarn over and go 1 double crochet into each stitch. Okay. Alright, I'll do 1 more and then I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, so I've crocheted the second row blue row, and now I want to be done with both colors. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since I have 2 colors. Normally, if I was just binding off, fastening off, I would cut my yarn, chain one, and pull through. Okay. But since I have this white here, I'm going to do both at the same time. So I'm going to measure out approximately the same length, yarn over, bring them both through, and now I'm going to cut my yarn. And pull through. Okay. So now we move on to the third and final way that I know to change colors when crocheting. And that basically entails starting from scratch, just inserting that color. It's a little bit similar to the second way, but you'll see the difference. Okay, so I just cut my yarn and fastened off, and now I'm basically going to get in the position that I want to be in to add this last color. So since I just went that way, I want to be on this side so I can go that way. And normally I would have chained 3 up, right? So I'm going to insert my crochet hook here, like that. And now this is the part that's similar to the second way, because remember this is the third way. Hook it on and pull it through. Some people immediately chain 1 just to secure it and pull. Okay? I'm going to count that as one of the 3 chains that I make for each row. So it kind of worked out that I needed to chain anyway. So let's look at what we have. So I have the new color now. I have all these strands. I have 3 now. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to crochet over them. So I'm going to line them all up on top. And if you want, you can cut these so that they're a little bit more of the same length. But basically, the point is we can start to crochet with this new color. So basically all we did was we inserted our hook exactly where we wanted that new color to start, and we hooked the color onto our hook at that point, and we started crocheting. And remember, we chained after to kind of secure the new color. So I chained after to kind of secure the this turquoise onto that double crochet there. I'm just going to continue to double crochet across like so. One more to go. That chain 3, remember, just put in the top of the chain 3, so that topmost chain. All right, and that is how you change colors 3 different ways. So now I'm going to chain 1, cut my yarn, and pull through, and I'll have to weave in this tail and this tail with a darning needle, okay, or weaving needle or tapestry needle, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so hopefully this gives you a few options when it comes to changing colors. Okay, remember the first way entailed kind of approximating where you would need the color to change, and then tying a knot, you know, cutting a yarn and tying a knot with the new color, between the new color and the old color, and then crocheting and praying that it matches up, that new color begins where you want it to. The second way is to hook the new yarn on your finger and then pull it through, letting go of the old color and then pulling on the old color so that that loop disappears, and then crocheting with the new color. And this last way entailed me not really doing anything with the old colors, just simply inserting my hook exactly where I wanted the new color to begin, then hooking it on, pulling it through, and crocheting. Okay, so hopefully this video has shown you how to change colors, and I just wanted to show you what I crocheted recently, and it'll be something that you can do once you get comfortable changing colors yourself. Okay, so I just made this tam this morning, and you know, I've made this tam, this basic tam before, but it looks very different than all of the millions of other tams I've made for myself, simply because of how and where I change colors. You might remember this band. This band is similar. I've made tams where I kind of alternate. In past tams, I've alternated between 3 different colors. In this tam, I only alternated between 2 colors, and I happen to do it on a decrease row. As you can see how there are 2 stitches there, but basically that becomes 1 stitch. The same thing happens there, and so on. But at the beginning of the project, I basically, as I was crocheting this big circle, I sort of crochet one color half the length of the circle, and then the other half a different color. So if I was to pull this up like this, maybe be able to see it better. You see, so I was able to switch colors, and I think when I did this, I basically used the second way that I showed you, so just attaching that new color, but I was sure to crochet over the former color so that I would have it when I was ready to use it again. So for instance, let's look at this. Here I started with the maize, and I switched to the navy blue, but then I continued to crochet over the maize so that that yarn, that color, would stay with me. I continued with the navy blue, but I continued to crochet over the maize so that I would have it when I needed it. And now I crocheted, as I crocheted this maize, I continued to crochet over the navy blue. So maize, continue crocheting over the navy blue, continue crocheting over the navy blue. Now I switch. I now have navy blue, switch to navy blue, but I'm continuing to crochet over the maize, continue crocheting with the royal blue over the maize, over the maize, over the maize, over the maize. Now, since the maize is still with me, I just switch there, and I just continue to do that, splitting it in half. So it gave it a kind of like split look like that. But my point is, people, that once you get comfortable switching colors, you'll be able to make the same projects look very different, just because you know how to change colors, just because you feel comfortable doing so. So I do hope that this tutorial today was helpful. I do hope that you learned a lot. Please let me know if you have any questions, and yes, I guess I will see you in the next video. Happy crocheting.